All right. Tim Walz. Waltzing Matilda. To the window. To the Walz. It's too easy, dog. All right. With VP selection on the Democratic side. Backstory. Tim Walz, governor of Minnesota. From the sticks of Nebraska. Graduated a class in high school of 24 people, for which he said 12 of them was cousins. Moved to Minnesota. He was a former geography teacher, former social studies teacher, football coach, hunter, ex-military. And the story that finally onboarded him into politics was when he took some of his students to a George Bush presidential rally, because he's a social studies teacher, and one of his kids had a John Kerry sticker on their wallet, and they told him he can't come in. You the op, you can't come in. And he was like, yo, he's with me. I'm trying to teach him something. He's like, who are you? He was like, bro, I'm teacher of the year. It was like, nah, you can't come in. You've been deemed a threat. He was like, all right, I see the game. Homie ran for Congress. Essentially, his whole staff was his former students. The man won multiple times in Congress and then finally ran for governor and won that mug. And has been the governor over there in Minnesota, popping off, being funny ever since. This man is responsible for a free and reduced lunch program in Minnesota. This man is responsible for paid maternity and sick leave. This man has codified abortion. This man put together a protection for trans rights. And while he was a teacher, put together the Gay and Straight Alliance at the high school. White boy, hunter, from the sticks. Now, why him? Well, while Republicans were looking towards the future and tried to get a little young shooter who is also from the sticks, although his G card is questionable because now people are like, I went to your hood and don't nobody know you. The Democrats said, oh, we could go to the sticks too. And as we know, we already asking too much of America for you to vote for a black woman. We needed to find y'all the most comfortable possible face the most anchoring thing for these white people, and they found America's dad. Listen, when I was growing up in my neighborhood, there was this old white man named Bob Dealey. He used to pick me and my sister up, take us to McDonald's. He's the first person to ever show me a fishing rod. We went fishing. He was just this grandpa. That's the nicest white man I ever met in my life. America found a Bob Dealey, somebody's dad, just a white boy who apparently understands that some people be po and need help. And he funny as hell. He responsible for the Republicans' weird statement. Apparently, homie good off the head too, because he don't read teleprompters. Now, where he might find some danger on the Democrat side, he was the governor during the Minnesota uprising, you know, when the precinct got burnt down. So on the Democratic side, although he pushed forward a lot of things that are air quotes progressive, I don't know, feeding hungry children, I guess, regular Karl Marx, he definitely waited a long time before he actually brought in the National Guard to put an end to the protests that were happening in the streets of Minneapolis. So this leaves him kind of vulnerable from both sides of this aisle, because from the Democratic side, like, bro, you out here protecting buildings, so you gonna bring the military to protect buildings. On the Republican side, it's like, bro, what took you so long? You just let these people burn your city down. And last thing, on the Democratic side, it's like, bro, Gaza, anyone? Are we gonna what's up with, you was anti-Iraq? What we gonna do with this Israel joint? But at the end of the day, Democrats have found their we rally cry. What MAGA has always been able to do is make this thing a collective. Like, we have a movement. Now, with somebody like him who funny as hell, there's like this idea of like, yo, we have a better idea for the future. Republicans got their idea for the future. We got our idea for the future. For the Republicans, they like, man, listen. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Don't let that man's hunting hat fool you. Oh yeah, he folksy, he funny. You know, he say he from heartland of America just cause he nice. That man is a wolf in sheep's clothing. That man is more liberal than Kamala Harris. That man gonna push us so far. That man don't know what he doing. He talking about protecting people's individual rights and mind your own business. Even if you don't like that, then why you shut down your city because of COVID? Why you shut down your city? You talking about you want people to make their own decisions. Why you shut it down? Why you wait so long to bring them people? Like, you talk about you love gun rights, but you want to pass laws against it? Which one is it? It's going to be their argument. But we going to see, man, because when J.D. Vance, Walz, and Matilda put their hood cards up to be like, who most certified? Be like, I don't know, fam. Nobody from the sticks where I'm from went to Yale. You from the burbs next to the sticks. I read your book. Don't nobody in your hood know you. Don't be the argument. But as Trump so eloquently said, VP doesn't matter anyway.